My name is Rosil. I'm the mayor of Saldanha Bay. In Saldanha Bay, we have committed ourselves to a clean environment, which means that we have looked at air quality, we've looked at water quality, we've looked at the status of the bay, we have regular reports on the status of the bay. We also have committed ourselves to actually fighting noise pollution and light pollution. So then we have a very interesting community, because there are many retired people who have considerable knowledge of the environment. And you find many specialists in plants and in insects and in birds particularly, because we have great migration of birds throughout the area. So that I think to us it's a precious commodity, the environment. We try to stimulate tourism as much as we can. And then we have also taken another initiative, and that is to improve the value of the environment by supporting an initiative in which we will regularly test the water and work with the Ports Authority to keep it a clean bay. The Ports Authority is legally have to maintain the quality of the pollutants, but they cannot control the air pollution. And you see, we have discovered that there's a lot of dust pollution due to the changes in the environment. It's a natural thing. And our problem is that we have to prepare ourselves to try and generate money in this area. If we do get an IDZ, it will mean that we will draw foreign direct investment, but that we will have to deal with it responsibly. And we envisage starting up a utility company for which the impactors will pay, and in which various of the people who want to resettle here or settle here as businesses will have to comply with the local mandate that they, of course, will get from our council. So that is our approach in air pollution and so on. So we support the clean environment and the seas.
And aquatic aspects of tourism.
Yes, of course, naturally the aquatic aspects, we support the whole idea of various sailing. We have one very peculiar and interesting event that is very unique. I think we have the biggest board sailing event annually of any place in the whole world, and it's held here in Saldanha Bay.
And the issues of poverty for coastal communities?
It's a great threat to the environment, because we have actually more people at the moment virtually than we can carry. So we have a large indigent community. We have to create jobs, which is very difficult if you also want to keep a clean environment. We are in a water scarce environment, and we know that the energy resources are also limited. So what we have to do is to balance the various needs. And I think in the need of, thinking of food security, we are considering using a very limited amount of water and reuse it in farming activities in support of our rural communities that come to live here in the hope of gaining a job, and so far have not really achieved that. So the other thrust will be towards training.
And do you see any need for a seas centre for employment here?
I think it could be very valuable, because we have to promote what we have. What we have is a beautiful, very interesting biosphere. It's only 65 kilometers where you will find what you find here. These plants, these flowers, these birds, these insects, they are precious. And not only that, there's a lot of cultural heritage that we must preserve. And I think for us, we look at Saldanha as a tourist destination. That includes all the 7 towns. That includes Langebaan, that includes St. Helena Bay. We have a great number of bays. Jacob's Bay, where a huge boat stranded with the 22 stories. And it took us about a year to get it off the coast again and to get it going. So we have had our misfortunes as well, and we learn from them. So that's our plan.
Thank you very much. And a pledge? Is it too early for a pledge?
No, I don't think it's too early for a pledge. I do think we can pledge our community to looking after the sea, because we realize that we live from it. It still is it's the second highest employer of people in our area. We're very aware of the fish reserves and I think that we will do our best to conserve it.
And we would love to work with you to do that.
Thank you very much.